Hello, I'm Valerie Isan, and I thought I would do a quick video tutorial on how to edit your podcast or video into iMovie. So let me just share my screen. Okay, let me get rid of this. All right, so I have pulled up iMovie and actually I already did this, so let me just erase it and do it from scratch. Okay, so I've pulled up iMovie. Looks like this after you have, let me just start all over. So I've got iMovie down here and I'm opening it up. It just popped up to here too. Usually it will have a little drop down menu that says create movie or create trailer. So you click create movie and then you get this screen. So I just recorded a podcast via Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to drag this video into the bottom here. I get rid of this so now we can see better. Okay, so the first thing I do is come over here and I just increase the size a little bit so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Now you can see that I got on way earlier than my co-host. So I'm gonna just go, I'll just show you really quick. If I click kind of anywhere on here, just to mark this spot. See, when I move the cursor, you can still see the shadow of the spot where I clicked on before. Now I'm going to go up here to in the iMovie bar here, and I'm going to click modify and split clip. So you can see now that I've got a little hole right there. So if I click on this, I can just delete and that all is gone. Now we talk a lot before we start our podcast. So I have to go in here and find where we stop kibitzing. So sometimes we have visual clues. Sometimes we have visual clues like, we'll do something in front of the camera, like Scooby-Doo vibes or clap, or some people like hold up a sign or something like a big piece of paper that just gives you a visual clue. Okay, there's the spot. So again, I'm going to split the clip. So I've made the line there. I'm going to go up to modify, split clip, delete, all of that. So now this is where I start. I'm going to just double check because the last couple of times I have tried to hurry through this and I have missed a little bit of the clip. So let's try it one more time. Okay, so that's definitely the beginning of our podcast. Now I'm going to go to the end. So I can click on this and just quickly go all the way to the end. Another idea is to go back up here and make it tiny again. It's so tiny, it's taken it all the way off. So I'm going to go back over here. Okay. So I'm going to go to the end of the podcast. This one we ended quickly. He had to leave. So I think the end is just the end. Okay, there's the end of our podcast. So again, I'm going to go up here, modify, split clip. And now I'm going to click on this end piece because that's the piece that I want to delete. Delete. All right, now what I do now is I want to find let me make this smaller. I want to find a teaser for the podcast that will play before the intro to the podcast. So that takes a little bit of time. When I was actually listening to him talk while we were recording, I did find a spot that I thought, ooh, that would make a good teaser. So I'm going to try and look for that. And I might like edit out this part of the video so that you don't have to wait for me to find it. In fact, that was a mistake that I made. Ooh, let's just cut that out too so you can practice. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so I can see where I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna split that right there. The cool thing about using split clip is just because I've made that little split there, it doesn't affect the video at all or the sound quality. So I can play it again and it will seamlessly go right over the top of it. Oops. So if I decide that's not where I want to split the clip, I want to do it somewhere else, then it doesn't matter. It'll just go right over. You can't, to my knowledge, unclip a clipped spot. But again, it doesn't have any effect if I decide not to use that. Okay, so I'm going to clip it right there. Modify, split clip. Now I'm going to clip the spot that I don't want anymore. And now, because I have taken a spot out, that means that whoever watches the video is going to see that like movement. And so what I do instead for the video part, it doesn't affect the audio quality at all, but it's going to change it's going to make that jump screen. So I'm going to go into up here on the bar, edit, and I'm going to add a cross dissolve. Now you've got this little tiny, and now on the video side, if I if I play this, so if you were looking at the video, you could see it just sort of like blurs it a little bit and then fades back in so it doesn't make that jumpy jump that I think looks kind of dumb. So okay, so I think that is a really good spot to use as a teaser. I'm going to try to find the exact spot that he starts talking about it. Okay, so I'm going to make this a teeny bit bigger so I can find the exact spot where there's a pause. Try splitting right there. Okay. Modify. Okay. So now I've found the clip that I want to be my teaser. So I'm going to select it and then just copy and paste it. So I'm going up here to edit. I'm going to copy. Then I'm going to go back to the front of my, make sure you're actually right there at the very beginning. I've made the mistake of putting it in just a teeny bit too far. Now edit, paste. Okay. And then you're going to add another cross dissolve right here. Add cross dissolve. All right. So I'm going to start at the beginning, hear what it says. Okay, so that worked really well. And again, oops, I'm trying to drag all the way to the end, make sure I've got the right ending. So some of this is selected and some of it isn't. So just to make sure, I'm going to go up here to edit and select all. And then I'm going to go up to file and share and file. And then I put in some metadata. So this was episode, 116, marketing with other people. And it's going to go in the file folder I want it to and save. Okay, so now it's creating the file. I'm going to stop sharing. Now it's going to create the file, and eventually, I'll get a little bubble that says your share was successful, and you will have to go. Actually, one more thing, let me show you. You'll have to then go to, as soon as the share bubble says you were successful, then you're going to click here up in the upper left-hand corner where it says projects. If you do it too soon, it'll say, if you do this, you're going to mess up your thing. So wait until you're all done, then hit projects, and you'll have to re-enter the title. That's not a mistake. It's just the way you saved it. You saved the title for the folder that you're saving it in, and this will save the title for the project in iMovie. So, so yeah, you'll just have to put the title in twice, but that's okay. And again, if you think that you have the video already saved in your folder and you hit projects, the back arrow projects, it will remind you. It'll say, if you do this, you'll be canceling out unsaved work. So it'll warn you. Anyway, that is how you change a video in iMovie, and that will create an mp4 file for whatever you want. You can upload it to YouTube at that point, or you can put it in Libsyn or Descript, and it will do its magic so that you have an MP3 at the end of it. And that's what you upload for your podcast. But for the purposes of editing a video in iMovie, that is how you go about doing it. Thanks for watching the video. And if you've got any questions, you can email me, Valerie@valerieihsan.com. Ihsan is IHSAN. You can also leave a comment in the description, after the description box in this video. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.